Shavua Tov to everyone. Apologies that Spectator number 4 on Kavana is a bit delayed due to travel, but hopefully it's better late than never. Of course, all my words of Torah are dedicated to the memories of Lucy, Maya, and Rena D. Hashem Yikom Damam, whose names are in the WhatsApp list, and Be'ezrat Hashem, it should be Le'ilui Nishmatam. The fourth way to get to Kavana in davening, according to the Shla, quoting the Derech HaChaim, is Lashon. Namely, he suggests to daven in any language you understand. What's interesting about this is the historic change in this regard. Halachically, you can daven in any language that you understand. You can't daven in French if you don't understand French, but if you understand English, you can daven in that language. That is halachically 100% allowed. This is not even a minority view. This is the majority view. This is the main view in halacha. However, due to the fact that certain groups within the Jewish people started to daven in the vernacular, Orthodoxy sort of fought against it and said, well, if they're doing it, we're not going to do it. And even though it's mutter and it's 100% permissible, we are not going to do it. Why? Because they're doing it. And indeed, this is what the Mishnah Brura said. This is what the Chatam Sofer said prior to him. And I happen to think that it's a very weak argument. Namely, just because someone that you don't necessarily agree with is doing something doesn't mean you have to do the opposite. Namely, if he's learning Bava Kama but you don't like him, it doesn't mean you have to learn Bava Mitzia. However, I will say my point of view on this, and it's a little different. Even though it's mutter, I believe that there is great importance in the fact that we all daven in a common language. And the reason I say that is because I'm traveling. I live in Israel where we speak Hebrew. I'm now in America where they speak English. But I feel totally comfortable to go into any shul because the davening there basically is like the davening in Israel. And vice versa. Someone from America going to Venezuela may not understand the rabbi's sermon, but he will definitely understand the davening. He'll know what's happening. Therefore, because we daven in a common language, I believe that creates a certain unity in the Jewish people. We can travel from place to place and still be able to function in a shul. However, with one caveat, I don't believe that you always have to daven in Hebrew. Namely, that should be the basis, but if you have a personal request, it could be said in the language you understand. So once again, it's 100% permissible to daven in any language. For historic reasons, we don't do that today. I gave my own interpretation. But from time to time, for Kavana purposes, I believe it might be a good idea to insert English into your davening, especially the davening that you do privately. Wishing everyone a wonderful week and a Shavua Tov.